Hey y'all, it's me, Alex. Today I have my July favorites video for 2016. Statement about it's how, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's July. Whatever, I actually have a lot more skincare products this month than I have had in past months. And I've also been trying out just like a lot of different things. Also, I am trying to get back into the 2 videos a week schedule. It's been stressful because that kind of hasn't been working out, but you know, it's going to happen very, very soon. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing is a new thing. It is the NYX Strobe of Genius palette. I am wearing this today. Every product that I mention I have used today. The only problem is it's a little bit difficult to open, but once you have it open, it's absolutely fantastic. Like, I've been looking into getting like a glow kit or something like that, but first I wanted to try something like this. Oh, never removed this from the packaging. Cool. Little flimsy plastic thing. But, I use this shade on the bottom right corner for basically ever since I got it, and a lot of these shades are really, really stunning. The only shade I have trouble with is the gold shade right here. It's just not very pigmented and it's very dry and you have to build it up a lot. But that's not really a shade that I'd use anyway. A few shades I can use as blush, such as this shade and this shade. And I know everybody who has this on YouTube has said something about the lavender shade, and I absolutely agree in that it looks terrifying in the packaging. But once you put it on your hand or swatch it or whatever, that's pretty. Like, it's a lot. I'm probably not going to use it until the winter, but it's really pretty. And anyway, if you're looking for like an affordable option as opposed to a glow kit or something like that, this is definitely a really, really good option. And I got it at Ulta. It was less than $20. Go check it out. The next thing I've been using this month, I have done a review on a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. This is the Kat Von D Shade Light Contour Palette. And I've been using it in conjunction with the Strobe of Genius palette. I have a lot of face products going on. I have a few other things that I use this with too. I've been getting a lot more use out of the 2 middle shades. I really wish you would come out of with pan refills because I'm very much at pan with this one. But I really, really love this, and I love, well, the reason I got a contour kit in the first place is because I get a lot more tan in the summer. But the reason I got a contour kit in the first place was just because I get so tan in the summertime compared to how I am in winter that it makes sense for me to have multiple shades to use on my face. And I've just been really loving this. It's great. One of the other products that I've been using in conjunction with the contour kit, I have the Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I've been using this all month, and this one has a story behind it too. I went over to Sephora, one of my local Sephoras, because I'm in the city now, so I have a lot of Sephoras, and so I was talking to this guy there he worked there. He was very, very nice because I don't know anything about bronzer. I know nothing. I contour and I use a little bit of blush and I use some highlight, and that's it. And so I was kind of trying to figure out where to put bronzer, how to use it, what was too light, what was too dark. He recommended this one. First of all, the thing that he showed me that kind of helps me to pick out some in the future is that when you're swatching it, don't just do this. You should try and blend it out and see if that actually works well. And as you see, it does. And anyway, the guy there was very nice. Like, he was just so positive. And just basically the nicest human being I've ever met in my entire life. And so we started talking, and he asked me if I was new around here. I said, yeah, and he asked where I worked, and I said I worked at a church. And so he started telling me about his faith and his life, and then he ended our conversation with, I guess us lights just have a tendency to find each other, and that was really, really sweet. And yeah, so go to the Sephora in the Chesterfield Town Center. It was absolutely wonderful, and I got this. It's on my face right now, and the guy convinced me to buy it. It was very, very smart because it looks good. Another thing I've been using in conjunction with the contour kit, this is the last thing associated with the contour kit, but it's these 2 brushes. I got the Real Technique sculpting set. This also comes with a fan brush, but I've been using these two a lot more. This one is the setting brush, and the sculpting brush. I use the sculpting brush for my contour like that, and I use the setting brush for my highlight like that. And I feel like it's made the world of difference to me now that I actually have like legit brushes. Like I had brushes before, obviously. Like I've shown y'all how I do my makeup for like a year now, and I've had brushes, but those were like cheap brushes that I got off of sketchy places on the internet, and that didn't have labels, and I was still, you know, trying to figure out what each one of them did and what each one was good for. And you know, you don't have to use each brush for their intended purpose, but having something like these types of things going on has really helped me to do my makeup, and it's really helped me to kind of hone my skills a lot better too. The next thing also on my face is this Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in Kale. You've seen all of these all around YouTube. It smells like lemons. Bite Beauty is such a wonderful brand. And yeah, y'all know this about me if you follow me for any length of time. I have a thing for weirdly colored lipsticks. So I got this one, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I want to get a few more of them too. And let me tell you how good this is. First of all, it smells like really nice, kind of lemony and citrusy. And it's so moisturizing on your lips. Like, it doesn't dry your lips out. When you reapply it, it's not a gigantic hassle to do. And also, my mom loves this on me. My mom is not a big fan of any sort of weird colored lipsticks. She even, you know, doesn't even care for like the dark vampy lips. You know, she's more of a person for like the nudes and the pinks, maybe a red occasionally. But I was explaining this to her over the phone. I have it in the shade Kale, by the way. Don't know if I said that, and she was just like, oh, okay. And then she saw me wear it in real life, and she absolutely loved it. And it is the first weird color that I've ever worn that my mom loves. And so, like, if she loves it, then, you know, you can too. It's really good. I've also been loving this Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I got it in a little set with a mini of their eye primer potion. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I love setting sprays, especially during the summer, and especially for me because my method, you know, a lot of people just try and like slowly build up their makeup, you know, the less is more thing. I'm more of a more is more type person, and sometimes I end up looking like cake face. So a lot of times, instead of using a setting powder, because I have to set my makeup no matter what I do because of how my face just is, but I like to use a setting spray as opposed to a setting powder because it just helps it like set into the skin as opposed to just trying to make sure it doesn't melt off. It doesn't look so cakey, and it also helps it to last for a really long time. And this is just a mini of their all-nighter spray, but if you haven't tried it, go get one of the tiny little sprays. It's so good. I'm gonna get into skincare because this stuff makes me so beyond happy. This is a Kate Somerville EradiKate Acne Treatment. It comes in a little bottle like this, and you stick a Q-tip down there. Don't shake it or anything. You just stick a Q-tip and you put it on wherever your acne is. Let me tell you how amazing this is. This is one of the less expensive things at Sephora. It was $24, and I have had acne. I'm now 20 years old. I've had acne since I was 10 years old, and it has always been like a really big challenge for me to ever actually really cure it, because I've gone through like every single type of skincare routine that you could ever possibly think of. And while, you know, there's a lot that's reduced it, there's nothing that's ever really gotten rid of it completely and made my skin like nice and smooth, and like I don't look like a pizza face when I'm not wearing makeup. This works. It looks like Pepto-Bismol. It smells like alcohol, but it works like a miracle. I'm gonna sound like an infomercial right now. But I just put this on at night and just leave it on my skin overnight, and my acne is severely reduced by the morning. It doesn't go away completely, but it, like, well, the more severe stuff doesn't go away completely, but within like 1 to 2 uses of this, my skin looked so infinitely better than it had before. I highly recommend this if you have any sort of acne or skin problems, because it is just so good. Undying love forever. Holy grail. One of the other products I've used with that is this Lush Cup of Coffee face mask. I use this in the mornings whenever I use the EradiKate. At night because it does dry your skin out a bit, so I don't use it every single night. But when I do, I will use this in the morning because it'll help slough off the dead skin. I think that's how you say it. And also because I've been trying to break my coffee addiction a little bit. It hasn't entirely worked. Also, it's a little bit messy. But I've been trying to break my coffee addiction, trying to move more towards the tea direction. And so this has kind of helped me a little bit because, you know, I like using it in the morning when I first get up. Like, basically I get out of bed, go to the bathroom and put this on. And it helps wake me up, and it smells so strongly of coffee. If you don't like the smell of coffee, don't get this. But if you do, you will absolutely love this. And it makes the skin so nice and so soft. And I'm thinking once I do a few more updates, I might do an updated skincare routine video, which could be pretty cool. And yes, I highly recommend this, as I do everything in this entire favorites video. The last beauty product I have is this Soap & Glory Smoothie Star Body Buttercream. I also use this religiously because it smells like heaven and baking. And I like wearing it with my perfume. My perfume that I wear on a daily basis is the Pacifica Sugared Amber Dreams perfume. And between these two, because they smell so sweet and so like sugar cookie type smell, I don't know what the exact notes are. I'm horrible at describing scents. You don't know what I'm talking about right now. But it just smells so magical, and it lasts so long, and it has made my skin so amazingly soft. And I got the... Well, they sell Soap & Glory at Target right now, which was essentially what made me buy this. But yeah, get it. Okay, so a few non-beauty favorites. One, I got a tattoo this month. I got it last Saturday. I don't know when I'll be posting this. But if you are in the Richmond area, if you're in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, go to Black Rabbit Tattoo. I'll post a picture of what they did for me right here because it's on my back, still healing right now. But I went there last Saturday. This took about an hour and a half-ish to do. I went with my friend Casey, and the woman who did my tattoo for me is Isasha. She is fantastic, and everybody there does such cool artwork, and everybody there is super talented, and it was just such a cool experience because this is my first ever full color tattoo, and while it hurt a lot more than I expected, it hurt a lot more than the two I had had before. I wouldn't have it any other way because I put a lot of trust into her with this, because the only color I had specifically requested was the color of the lipstick in it to look like Urban Decay's F-Bomb, just because that's my lipstick, essentially. And everything else I just kind of left up to her because, you know, I figured she knew what she was doing, and she did, and it turned out so cool, and I love it! Also, the new Ghostbusters film. I've seen this twice already. I'm gonna go see it a third time with my dad when I can. Oh, it is so amazing. Like, I never got to see the original growing up because my dad was worried that it might be too scary for me, because I do find, you know, that kind of stuff a little bit creepy, you know, understandable. And he also, you know, didn't want me seeing it with the language and stuff. And let me tell you, I genuinely really loved it. And it's not just about it being like an all-female movie, although that's something that I totally support because women are freaking funny, you know, and talented and amazing, and, you know, we need more female representation and stuff. But it isn't even just that. Like, first of all, Chris Hemsworth can dance. I did not know that about him. Like, I like him a lot more now that I've seen this movie. And also, Jillian Holtzman is now one of my favorite characters of all time. Just, she, like, watching her and seeing a lot of the characters. Jillian Holtzman was a character that I really, you know, she was the kind of person I needed to see when I was, you know, like in middle and high school. I needed to see somebody like her. So I'm hoping that all of the kids, and especially the little girls who go to see this movie, will like see themselves in the characters and, you know, kind of give them more like superhero type role models and models for friendship and compassion, and I really want there to be a sequel, and it was so good. I also finished watching another anime this month, Bandwagon Meet Alex. It is the anime free Iwatobi Swim Club. I watched the English dub. I'm in love. It's amazing. I've also realized that I have a problem because the character that I love, like basically every single anime character that I love, is voiced by J. Michael Tatum, and this isn't even my own, like this isn't even me hearing the voice and knowing that I love them, but rather like, you know, when you see a thing of all the characters before you watch the thing, you'll see that one that's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's probably the one that I'm gonna love. And for me, I had already, you know, in all the previews and stuff, I saw Ryu Gazaki. And I was like, oh yeah, he's probably gonna be the one that I love. And lo and behold, just like Kyoyo Otori, France from Hetalia, Sebastian from Black Butler, he is voiced by J. Michael Tatum. And he is my favorite. And I love him. And it's also nice to watch a show like that because, you know, a lot of shows that I like are very dramatic and dark and can be like really emotionally draining, like some of the other anime that I'm watching right now. And it's nice to watch something like free where basically it's just about a high school swim team and their biggest concern is whether or not they're going to do well in the swimming match, and that's the deepest thing about it, no pun intended, because I know it's about swimming. But if you like anime, you need to watch this if you haven't already. I'm sure you probably have because I'm very, very late to the train on this. And the last thing, very obvious thing, I've been loving Pokemon Go. Everybody's been talking about it. It's really good. Team Valor for the win. I don't need to say any more. Alright y'all, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. And I will see y'all in my next video. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye! Hey y'all, it's me Alex. Today I have an update on my Finish 5 by Fall series.